How many have seen certain people in certain outfits and you say, oh, that's going to be my outfit when I get older? Now, if you notice, our will is not always God's will. We do things on our own and we expect things to happen without God. And I had the chance to experience God at an early age, like 15 years old, when I wanted to be out in the streets and play with the gangsters and the things that was going on in my neighborhood. And I happened to get into a situation, this was the first time I had an encounter with God, where I was playing with the neighborhood gangs and the neighborhood crews, and there was a guy that I had to take out. And I was given a gun to take this guy out. Now, when I pursued this guy and I caught him, what I did was I cornered him, we got into a scuffle, I pulled the gun out, and I fired. Now remember, there was nothing wrong with this gun. The gun was just about new, had a little rust on it. I fired the gun, and it didn't go off. Okay? Now just thinking that I was tripping, I fired the gun again, and the gun didn't go off. So I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, like, what is going on? Like, I know this gun is good. It's you know, it's not broke or anything. It's not jammed or anything. So what I did was I wound up beating the guy up and I ran off. Now when I got back to the guy who gave me the gun, they laughed at me and said, why didn't you get the job done? You know, this was supposed to be handled. When I gave him the gun back, they were laughing. We went out in the back. He took the gun, and when he fired, the gun went off. Now, some of you would say, oh, well, maybe he didn't know how to use it. The gun was fine. Nothing was wrong with it. Nothing was jammed. Wasn't jammed anything. The gun was fine. What that let me know was that God decided my life and not me. God decided which direction he wanted me to go in when he allowed that gun not to fire. If that gun would have fired, my life would have went in a whole nother direction. A whole nother direction. Now, have any of you been to a track meet when they start a race, they fire the gun, right? When that gun went off, when the guy shot it, that let me know that it was the start of my new journey.
Wow.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
So if I can leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with this. Your will is not God's will. The way God wants you to live is not the way you want to live.
Yeah.
You might want to be famous. You might want to be a big executive. You might want to be a CEO. If that's not in God's will, he's not going to stir you in that direction. And even if you're going down the wrong path, he's still going to do what he can to stir you in the right direction. So if I have anything to encourage you with, stay on the path of God. Get to know God, establish a relationship with God, and get to know his will for your life. God bless you.